Ari Dreams by C. Ruth Taylor. Copyright 2025 by C. Ruth Taylor. All rights reserved. Dedicated to Davia Williams, former OM missionary to children. The rooster's call rang out from the hills of St. Mary. It was a fresh Saturday morning, and the scent of dew still clung to the grass. 5-year-old Ari sat on the front steps, swinging her legs and humming to herself. Ari, Grandma Merle called from the kitchen, her voice warm but firm. Yes, Grandma, said Ari, hopping up. Run down to the shop and get me a tin of mackerel and a pound of rice. And mind you, don't wander off. Change your clothes too before you leave. Grandma Merle didn't like Ari walking alone, so she sent her with her best friend Tamara, who lived next door. This meant going across a yard, past a breadfruit tree, and through a little wooden gate that always squeaked. The two girls skipped along the dusty road, their bare feet kicking up tiny clouds. But before reaching their destination, something caught their attention, a neighbor's yard where a new house was being built. Come, let's look, Tamara whispered, eyes shining with curiosity. They wandered in, tiptoeing around piles of lumber and stacks of cement blocks. Then Ari spotted it, a huge, deep pit for the house's foundation. She edged closer, peering into the shadowy hole. Suddenly, her foot slipped. Ari tumbled, landing at the bottom of the pit with a loud thud. Tamara's eyes grew wide with fear. Somebody quick, she screamed, dashing toward the road. Help! Men from the building side came running, ropes in hand. With careful hands, they pulled Ari up from the pit and then brushed the dirt from her clothes. When Grandma Merle heard what happened, she came running, apron flying behind her. Grandma Merle scooped Ari into her arms. She hugged her so tightly that Ari could barely breathe. My poor child, you nearly give me heart failure, Grandma scolded, her voice trembling. After that, Ari was not sent on another errand for many years. Ari Dreams, Part 2. 3 years later, when Ari was 8, she had a dream, unlike any other. In her dream, she stood on sandy shores. She walked through bustling, oily streets and looked over green mountains far from Jamaica. She saw herself in different countries: Uganda, Spain, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Namibia, Cuba, and other Caribbean islands. A voice gently spoke. One day you will travel the nations to tell others about the love of Jesus. Fear not, for I am with you. I will never leave you or abandon you. The crowing of the rooster startled Ari awake. Ari ran to tell Grandma Merle every detail of her dream. Ari, that's a calling from God, said Grandma Merle. One day, you're going to be a missionary. From then on, Ari took Sunday school seriously. She memorized Bible verses, won quiz competitions, and sang in every church program. Ari was baptized at age 10. And every morning at 5 a.m., she and Grandma would sing hymns, their voices drifting over the hills. Afterwards, Grandma would tend the goats and then bring Ari a steaming mug of hot chocolate. Ari loved the countryside. She planted sweet potatoes and carrots in her little field. She enjoyed the cool dips in the nearby river and even the banana trees, though she kept a wary distance from the big green lizards that lived there. One summer, while Ari was staying in Kingston with her mother, a letter came. Grandma Merle had passed away. Ari's heart felt heavy, and the hills of St. Mary seemed even farther away. That night, Ari lay in bed thinking about the dream she had as a little girl. Without Grandma's encouragement, could she still become a missionary? A lump rose in her throat. She whispered to God, I don't know if I can do this without her. The next morning, Ari told her mother about her doubts. Her mother held her and gently said, Ari, if God has called you, go. And if you want to honor Grandma, then live the dream she believed in for you. At 18, when missionaries from the Logos Hope book ship visited her church, Ari listened with wide eyes. We travel the world sharing the gospel, they said. After the service, Ari sat with her mom. Mom, do you think I should go? Her mom held her hands and replied, Ari, if God has called you, go. Ari worked hard, raised the funds, and joined the ship. For 2 years, she visited many of the very countries she had seen in her dream as a little girl. On her last night aboard, Ari had another dream. She saw Grandma Merle smiling brighter than the Caribbean sun. You did it, Ari, Grandma said gently. Continue being obedient. Never give up on your dreams. When Ari awoke, the smile from her dream stayed on her face. She knew her journey was only just beginning. Now it's your turn to dream. Where will your dreams take you? How will you answer God's call? Now for some questions. Can you identify the hidden scripture verse in the story? How many new words did you learn from this story? Don't forget to leave a book review wherever you bought this book. Thank you. Email feedback to the author at ruthtaylor@extramileja.com. Author's note. This story is inspired by the author's personal experience as a missionary serving with Operation Mobilization, the organization that operates the famous Logos Hope book ship. From August 2010 to 2014, she served as the island coordinator for OM Jamaica. Her role involved mobilizing and sending Caribbean missionaries to serve on the ship and in other countries where OM had a mission work in 110 countries at the time. Through OM Jamaica, she served in Haiti, Zambia, Namibia, and also conducted training in the Dominican Republic and Trinidad. Like Ari, she felt God's call to travel the world and preach the gospel from the age of 8. Her first opportunity came at age 23 when she went on a short-term mission to Cuba. Today, she primarily ministers through books, bringing hope, inspiration, and transformation, much like the Logos Hope does through its floating book ministry. The end.